Does that guy get to ask this question now, or do we have more grocery store questions?
The guy does get to. This was actually the last, what?
What?
Oh yeah.
You want to come?
Yeah, so we're gonna...
No, you.
No, you wanna?
No,
Yeah, so yeah, it's gonna be hard to raise hands. So we're gonna have two directors with microphones. Raise your hand, we'll try to get to you. But we don't have a lot of time, so bear with us if we don't get to your question, I apologize.
Yeah, I'll try not to be too verbose because the last train out of New Carlton's at 10:22, and if I don't make that, I have to sleep at the New Carlton train station until 3 a.m. when the next train comes. And she said that I probably don't want to sleep at the New Carlton train station.
Oh, really?
Hi, Casey. What is it like to work at CNN? And can I have a ride on your boosted board?
I think my microphone's broken. No, you can't ride my boost. No, you can't ride. Because it's already in Teresa's car. But it was backstage. I was zipping around your campus earlier on. I did get lost. But why is everybody on? There's no way I can let you all ride the boosted board. The battery really lasts like a minute. And what's it like to work at CNN? Okay, I shit you not. So CNN bought my company a year ago now. This is the first time I've had a job since I wash dishes. Like, I get a paycheck every 2 weeks with deductions and stuff, and I have health insurance, and like benefits and a head of HR. It's super weird. That said, yesterday, and like I said, I'm 11 months after the acquisition, so 11 months into this gig. Yesterday I used my CNN ID for the first time to go into the CNN building. So that should tell you how much time I actually spend at the office. That was literally the first time I used my ID. But no, nothing's changed. CNN bought my company, but I still run my company like a startup out of like a furniture store in Tribeca. So the amount of autonomy they've given us is great, but I think if we don't start making money, they're going to like come knocking on the door. But so far it's been really amazing. Like it's wonderful having that many resources to pull from to build a company. Thanks. Sorry, my microphone keeps cutting out. I shouldn't have dunked it in water earlier. I don't know who's manning the mic. Who's manning the mic? But, okay, perfect. I was going to say we have to go boy, girl, boy, girl. That's the rules. Don't worry about the mic.
Talk loudly.
Talk loudly, I'll repeat you.
I was curious with like current state of affairs, like what the buzz in the influencer community is about, like using your platform to push for civil, just like civil rights and things.
Tough question. She asked about what it's like for influencers leveraging their reach to discuss social issues, political issues, things like that. I think it's very difficult. It's a very fine line to walk. I think the temptation is to be, lukewarm, to be room temperature, to be a big mushy piece of clay and never have an opinion. Because if you have an opinion, 5 people might love you and 5 people might hate you. But if you can maintain a level of invisibility, then nobody gets bothered. But I do think that we're seeing an environment where it's becoming more and more normal to speak up, more and more normal to share your opinion. The double-edged sword of that is I think it's also like the avenues with which people can shut you down are becoming more and more apparent, more and more aggressive. So there's a lot of toxicity in the environment when you're, especially politically. Something I experienced on my own, but like politically there's a tremendous amount of toxicity. In the social influencer space, I do think that discourages people from sharing their opinion. But I think these are all temporary problems. I think like the egalitarianization of communication, which is effectively what social has done, means that everyone has a voice. And your voice might not be as big as somebody else's voice, but you certainly have the opportunity to have your voice be bigger than others. I mean, our president right now, whether you love him or hate him, he's able to really dominate the media via tweet because he individually has access, the ability to reach whatever it is, 35 million people. And that's unique, it's never existed before. So the short answer is right now, it's a very colorful space, both dangerous and exciting. But I think the long-term opportunity here is that we're gonna see a true leveling of the playing field when it comes to communication and sharing ideas. Next question. You have the mic.
Hi, Casey.
Hey.
Hey, love the videos, by the way. So you talk about all these cool places that you've gotten to go to. So I want to ask you and we still have
Oh yeah, where should you go during winter break? Depends on entirely on what your budget is, but I would recommend this. Whenever you get there, travel by ground as much as possible. Like the greatest thing ever is like spend all your money on a plane ticket and then don't worry about it when you get there and just figure it out. Like one time we went to Zanzibar and we got there and we had no money, we had to hitchhike across Zanzibar. There's no functioning government in Zanzibar. It was really, really gnarly, but a valuable experience. My favorite part about traveling, this is funny, we just did a little interview backstage and this is one of the questions. My favorite part of traveling is not like the sweet hotel rooms or the first class airfare or like all of that romantic, beautiful stuff that I like to make videos about, but it's getting to experience other cultures. And I've gotten to see some really gnarly shit out there. I've been into the the shanty towns in South Africa. And I've been to rural sub-Saharan places in Zimbabwe and Zambia. I've seen what struggle really is. This is not the struggle that we know. This is not the struggle that we see near here. This is an absolute destitution. And that's my favorite part of traveling, to maybe appreciate that, like, whether you're born in Uganda or you're born in New Jersey, we're all the same human beings. But we're born with far greater opportunities than they are. And it's not a level playing field. And that makes me want to take more risks in life, and it makes me appreciate what I have much, much more in life.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, this is the last question over here.
Already? What time is it? Yeah, this is the last question. Casey, hello? Hey.
Alright, so the mic's not working, so please speak.
You got a great voice.
Alright, so first question is, what are the early steps that you need to do in order to build your own brand? And second question is, are you guys hiring web developers right now?
I like your question 3.0.
What did you grab a drink after this?
Man, the drink after this bit, I feel like I already answered. Unless you want to get on the drink.
I'm down.
If you're buying, yes. What does it take to build your own brand? Well, a lot. And it's not getting any easier, but the opportunities are getting greater and greater. And what that means is like forever. If you have a pile of paper and a pen, you could be a writer. It doesn't mean there are any more great writers out there. And forever you could buy a paintbrush and a canvas, but it doesn't make you the next Picasso. And now for the first time ever, you have Instagram and a camera in your pocket and you can take a picture, but it doesn't make it any easier to be a successful photographer. And the same is true for YouTube. Like now we can all make videos, but it doesn't make it easier to be a great video maker. So the opportunities are greater than they've ever been, but it's just as hard to find true success as it's ever been before. But the thing that I always say is, if you want to build your own brand, if you want to find success in that space, you have to do something that nobody else is doing. Because it doesn't matter if you do it better. If you're doing something that somebody else is already doing, no one's going to give a shit about you because somebody else is already doing it. You have to reinvent the wheel again and again and again. And about being a software developer, when I was building my technology company, the one that I sold to CNN, and I realized how much we had to pay entry-level developers, that was when I pushed Owen to become a software developer. So if you guys want to have a lucrative career, figure out how to write code and figure it out right now. You know what I'm talking about. There's such a void in that space. And just like anything else, it's a language that if you can speak it, even in the most rudimentary terms now, you can build on that. You can go so far with that, and those opportunities have become greater and greater, the vacuum's going to become bigger and bigger. Don't learn how to mine from coal, learn how to write code. What time is it? Somebody tell me what time it is. Guys, I gotta go. Okay, one more question.
First of all, can I shake your hand? Between the time when you sold me to CNN, you quit the blog and you were like, oh my god, I'm not gonna be the blog right now, blah, blah, blah. And you talked earlier about having an end goal. Can you explain like the navigation of your mindset at that time and how you came to?
Yeah. In success, like a beautiful thing you get to having success is like, you get to appreciate what got you there. And I think what's gotten me to where I wanted to be is being true to myself. Like when I find something up, to do it. And there were a lot of reasons why I stopped vlogging when I ended season 1, but one of the biggest ones, and I think I did a poor job of explaining this in the vlog when I said it got too easy. But what I meant by that is it got boring. Like what was once the most exciting thing I'd ever done in my career as a filmmaker became it became a chore. Like it went from being exciting and awesome to becoming this thing that was just sort of like every day I just phone it in and I get my views and I get my AdSense paycheck. It didn't feel exciting anymore. And then I stopped. And then like 3 months later I started to feel really empty and I started it again and then Beam started to blow up and I was like, shit, I don't have time to do both. And now I make videos as much as I can whenever I can, but it's a different relationship. So I think the way that I keep it fresh is to always keep moving and and stay nimble. Look, the golden handcuffs metaphor, like, I could have just kept vlogging. Like, there's a lot of money, it was like fame, everybody liked it. It got boring to me. So like, I had the handcuffs on, so it would have kept coming in. But like, I wasn't being true to myself, so I had to stop doing something that I think from the outside seemed like the ultimate thing to do. I'm gonna put this microphone down now.
Casey, I got you a gift.
Hey, thanks for the gift. Hey, hold on, we gotta do this. I just dropped my
Hello.